Let's go. Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal PeaceLoveMusic with another edition of the Let's Go Morning Show. It is Tuesday, the 12th of November, and we got a lot of news items today. A lot's going on in our ecosystem, and most of it's awesome. I'm so happy to be here with you guys, enjoying this run. I think we might be due for a little bit of a correction coming up soon, but as of right now, things seem to be really full steam ahead. Friendly reminder, this is a news show. We are not providing financial advice. Always do your own research and never invest money you cannot afford to lose. And don't make your decisions based on my opinions about anything. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong, but I can't tell you what the best decision is for you. That's up to you to figure out. I'll be happy to chat with you about stuff, obviously, always, but I'm not a financial advisor. It is, guys, say hi in the chat. I'm going to be reading the news for a bit because we have a news, we have a lot of different news items to cover. But say hi in the chat. I love when you guys say hi to me in the morning and let me know you're watching and let me know that you enjoy the show. And if you're not enjoying the show, tell it to me offline. Bitcoin, and I looked about my numbers are from about a half an hour ago or so these might be a little bit different than what they are now, but Bitcoin was hovering in holding on to that $87,000 number. Had gone down to like 85 or so. I saw it earlier today, and it might be up a little bit now again, but 87,299 is where it was a little while ago. Stacks holding on to the $2 price point at 203, coming in at the number 34 by overall market cap on CoinMarketCap. Fair and Greed is up at 86. That's in the extreme greed range. So again, that's another signal that we might be due for a little bit of a correction on there. And the top three gainers over the past 24 hours on CoinMarketCap are AIOZ. I think that's pronounced AOZ. Dogecoin's been ripping. I missed the boat on that one. I had a hunch with Elon if with the Department of Government Efficiency named after the coin, that there might be something there. It's getting a little hot now, so I'd watch out. Probably not a good entry point at this point. Not financial advice. And the other is CRO Kronos, the Crypto.com token, which, if you're looking at it for a big decentralized, a centralized exchange, a CEX, I personally prefer Coinbase to Crypto.com. I think Crypto.com is a little buggy and scammy to me. Just my personal opinion, though, not financial advice. We do have the Stacks calendar, and I actually have to jump in and also get Miss Gecko's calendar up because she's got all of the stuff going on as well. So on the Stacks calendar for the day, cool stuff going on. DevCon's going on for the rest of the week. You can actually check them out at devcon.org. Some interesting things going on there. Also, Building on Bitcoin event in Bangkok is going on today. And then we have the Stacks DeFi show at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Reese has a special event space at 2 p.m. for the launch of his Internet Friends, the Reveal. And that's going live on Auction on Gamma. And I'm going to have a little bit more news on that. And then at 3 p.m. is Art on Stacks with Good Kitty and Nieta. Always a great atmosphere there, great vibe, great energy. So check them out at 3 p.m. And then also on Miss Gecko's, the Gecko community calendar, Pinky Hoot's creative space is at noon today on X with Pinky Hoot Art. That's every second week, so I guess it's every other week. The VV Drop Day Live is on YouTube at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And we do have Art on Stacks at 3 p.m. Oh, that's with Good Kitty and Reese. And Baco Taco Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Baco Bro, Sapphire, and Liz. That is a space on X at 5 p.m. All Things Crypto, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time with Dave, Cool, and Nat. Down the Rabbit Hole 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Max Poker 247, and Snap Alley at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on X. Nose Clint or No Sklint, I'm not sure how you pronounce that one. Thon Story Time, 10 p.m. Eastern, with Thon, Dave, and Omiwan, and there will be no chewing on that show. And then True VV Comics, 12:30 a.m. Eastern, that's after midnight on YouTube and X with D and Hinano. Really great stuff. And oh my gosh, do we have a lot of things going on in our community, in our ecosystem. I wonder why. Well, here's a reason why people might be so bullish in our ecosystem. In the last 24 hours, $222 million worth of Bitcoin shorts were liquidated. That's on the heels of 90 million the day before. So shorts are taking it in the shorts right now. It's not a good time to be shorting Bitcoin, or to have been shorting Bitcoin for sure. Silly people playing silly games, in my opinion. Tesla's Bitcoin holding surpasses $1 billion in value. Good for Elon. He's been doing a lot for us. I love this. Most of you are watching us on X, and I think that's great what's going on in the platform there. Bison Labs, this just came out like an hour ago that I saw. Bison Labs announces a partnership with Alex Labs X-Link Bridge in an initiative to bring zero-knowledge EVM roll-up technology to Bitcoin. That's really cool. I love what they're working on over at X-Link and Alex Labs. I think that they're a tremendous player in our community, and very interesting that Bison's brought this technology to the bridge, and that they're partnering there. That's super exciting. $765 billion was added to the cryptocurrency market over the past week. $765 billion was added to the cryptocurrency market over the past week. That's almost $1 trillion, people. That's big. President-elect Trump, and here's part of the reason why. President-elect Trump to appoint pro-crypto cabinet members to fulfill his promise of making the U.S. the crypto capital of the planet. It's about damn time. This should have been 5 years ago, bro. Trump, you let us down last time, so you've got a lot of work to do to bring it back to what you should have gotten done for us before. I understand you were working against some stuff, but I think you had more allies if you paid attention to us sooner in the crypto space. Bitcoin surpasses silver to become the 8th largest asset in the world. Super bullish. And the German government's decision to sell 50,000 Bitcoin at $54,000 cost them $1.7 billion in missed profits. I'm counting. President Trump says Russia and China are not enemies, and the United States will get along great with them. World peace is coming, people, if we want it. But you've got to live peacefully, too. That's part of it. SIP28 SBTC signer criteria voting has ended, and the results are in. You can check those results out at stx.eco. There were 136,043,064 stacks cast in favor of this SIP and 0 votes against. SIP28 SBT signer criteria has passed, and the next phase of the SBTC launch is underway. Target for mid to late December 2024. That's this year. We're super excited to announce 2 shows launching today, 2 new DeOrganized shows launching. Mike Jagdale from the Syndicate, many of you know him as Blockface or So You Wanna. It's at Attract Funding on X, is going to do a weekly show covering emerging AI technology, covering developments and providing educational opportunities for our community. And Crypto Landy, another awesome guy in our space, will be starting a technical analysis show, helping the community with live feed coverage of his charting and analysis skills. We are super excited to be featuring these talented community members and the content they bring. Be on the lookout for more to come from DeOrganized Media. We have more shows we're also working on developing as well. And we're new at this. These are new, but I think it's going to be great. The personalities, the people involved are really great people, really fun. So I'm super excited about these shows. Times will be 11 a.m. for Landy's show today, 12 noon for Mike's show today, although normally Mike's show is actually going to be a little bit earlier spot, probably like 9:30, 10 a.m. But we needed to accommodate a little bit later time slot today. So cool things coming. There's some more shows that we're working on that I'm not ready to talk about yet, but we're super, super excited about the growth and development of our project, DeOrganized Media, and the support and response we've gotten from our community. Thank you all. Crypto artist Reese Swainpole? How do you pronounce it's Swanepoel. Will be revealing his internet friends work today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. A one-of-one work will be sold at auction. The bidding starts at 100 stacks on gamma.io. Get out and support Reese. He supports everyone in this community. Tremendously talented artist. And I can't wait to see the reveal. I'm very excited about this project. I love whenever he drops something. It's always cool. Skullcoin Story Mode, free to play now on skullco.in, live on Stacks mainnet. It's a super fun game. They also do the Find to Earn spaces on Twitter, and soon to launch a play to earn competitive version of the Skullcoin game online, on chain, on Stacks mainnet. So you go participate in the story mode version of the game now online, and you mint some NFTs. They're free. It's free to play on the story mode. You pay a little bit of transaction fees. You can also, for those that don't know, you can adjust your transaction fee down. You go custom, you put it in at 0.01, even 0.00, sometimes 0.01 is fine, 0.05. 0.01 usually gets it done. You don't need to pay a half a stacks. I think it's defaulting to half a stacks on the low fee. Don't pay half a stacks for a transaction. You don't need to do that. Get over to skullco.in and try out the game. It's fun. And you're also supporting a really tremendous project in the space as well. Boom Ghostly Transactions, a regular NFT, or perhaps an opportunity for future benefits on Boom Wallet. Minting now on gamma.io, 7 stacks. Go pick one up. Not financial advice, just friendly advice. The Tremp NFT public mint is still live. One-of-ones are still available to find in this collection. They are only 5 stacks, minting now on gamma.io, and the one-of-ones are absolute fire. If you pull one of those, they are awesome. And Zero Authority bounties, there are 8 currently open bounties. If you go over to zeroauthority.xyz, click on the bounties tab with options to earn stacks, Bitcoin Pepe, stacked stacks, and also a one-of-one Mojo NFT available on the Zero Authority bounties. That is the news for the day, and we have a good friend of the show, awesome dude in the space, my good friend, and just a overall Stacks G, GigaPepe, GPSC coming on the show. What is up, brother? How are you today?
Yeah, it's a good day to be in the ecosystem. Doing great. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. I gotta read through. We got Crypt Titty saying what's up. LMNO, what's up, my brother? I know GPSC already said good morning to you guys in the chat. Good morning, Reese. Good luck today, brother. Can't wait to see what comes out of your thing, man. How are you today, GP?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. I'm feeling the bullishness, it's a good time to be alive and building in this ecosystem right now. Everybody's got such good energy. Carrying on from yesterday, we're seeing new Bitcoin all-time highs, and it's just been a privilege, man. I'm feeling blessed.
All the work, all the time, all the holding, all the diamond handing, which is not easy to do. It's starting to feel like it was all, the payoff is here. The delayed gratification is coming. What's up, Gary? Good morning, my brother.
Gary, what's up?
Man. So what do you, bro, I wasn't going to mention this, but I think it's so hilarious. I'm going to mention it. What's this Mr. Bean bullshit?
So I went back and reread. So they have a V2 that they launched on the bonding curve with SDX City. They had a little hiccup yesterday, so they were a little bit like panicky and reaching out, and so their V2 is what they were talking about whenever, and they have a bonding curve on SDX City, but the way that it was like worded in the post was it looked like, because I was like, hey, I know that could be, I know what it's like when I'll donate a couple NFTs to your holders, right? You know, and the way it read, it was, hey, I'm airdropping to everybody in the community. I was like,
that's definitely what it looked like when I read it. I was like, oh my God, that's not.
You got to make sure that things are concise and very straightforward, and you know, but it's all good. I know that we can get that cleared up. I just don't want anybody to get their hopes up whenever, you know, it's
right. Well, we don't want to leave people with a bad taste in their mouth because they think they're getting something. And don't get me wrong, I mean, that's a huge, I'd love to get, yeah, I have a bunch of them, but I'll always take one more of those awesome GPSC V2s, the GigaPepe V2s. But they're I mean, that would be a significant airdrop.
Yeah, dude, that would be it's a big boy airdrop there. So you might need to take a little bit more collaboration than just like one conversation. But it's all good, man. All love. We're all building in the space, and I just don't want anybody to misread that and then get let down. That's my biggest fear as a creator, is that like somebody's going to be disappointed by something that I said or that, you know, I'm doing. So it's one of those things. All love goes out to the Mr. Bean's crew and all of their holders. But yeah, man, it's been a fast morning and a fast couple of days, hasn't it?
You know, they're just going faster and faster for me, man. It's like and it's good. It's a good thing. I'm not complaining. But man, if it's just I just can't keep up. Like, I have conversations that I'm not getting back to. And as I go back to get to that conversation, there's a new one that I have to respond to. And it's like, so I got to start like bottom upping my DMs. So I'm not getting to the, because otherwise I lose them. And there's just so many cool stuff, so many cool things going on right now with, you know, collabs, not collabs like collabs like working with people, trying to interconnect people and getting them together kind of stuff, you know, and some of the, I mean, all of the stuff that's going on, what Jack's doing with the Rubrus, which I didn't even put that in. There's so many news items. There's so much going on the world stage. That's a lot of positive stuff. You know, the saber rattling is over. We got China and Russia being nice, saying nice things. No, hold on, we're not enemies. And now, you know, Trump's saying, oh yeah, we don't consider you guys as enemies. And you know what? That's great, because we see in Stacks, right, the projects that work together and integrate and work with each other thrive. And the ones that try to be hyper competitive and not integrate with anybody, they don't end up going anywhere. You can't.
That's what I want to see. I want to see that. Like it has been such a collaborative space, you know, with everybody getting together, all these communities. We're very tightly knit. You know, I love to see that. But I'd like to see some of the newer communities like reach out and get incorporated too. You know, we've got like the Flat Earth guys and a couple other tokens that have been doing well lately. I'd like to see them come on.
I don't know much about the Flat Earth. I know a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah.
Personally, I have a lot of experience with the Flat Earthers in the conspiracy theory land, which I definitely believe in conspiracies. I think conspiracies exist. But I think that I've had this argument with people many times. The Earth is demonstrably round. It's demonstrably, but actually it's an oblate spheroid. It's not exactly round. It's a little bit stretched, but it's not flat, people. It's not. They're not trying to trick you into thinking that. It's just not true. It's not true. So not true. I don't know what the token's about. I kind of faded it because I didn't want to get. I'm like, I can't. I don't know why they're doing it.
It's like if you go down that rabbit hole, then it's like, man, you might start questioning your beliefs, right? It's like, I think it's just for
Well,
fun.
I'll
I
tell you
think
this. I've been interested in studying how things work for a long time, and I want to say well over a decade ago now. Even I used to get into YouTube when YouTube was a lot more open and less corporate controlled and corporate dominated. I used to get into a lot of the stuff. I I don't believe the official story about 9/11. I don't believe the official story about the natural gas the gas line bombing. That happened. I believe that there's a lot of things that are deliberately misrepresented, and that the official story of things is not true. It's deliberately false and misleading. So I always kind of look for alternative information sources, and I witnessed all of a sudden looked like an orchestrated effort. This was again like a decade ago on YouTube, where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my feed was just filled with flat earth content. And I think my theory on that at the time, I was like, this is not real. This isn't organically happening. So what's going on? Why are they suddenly flooding our feeds with flat earth videos? Well, it's to discredit people that are looking at just questioning things in general, right? It's to make people look crazy, because flat earth it's not flat. It's not flat.
yeah, it's no possible way. So surface level, it's something that they're trying to make you believe, and then when you get a little deeper, it may be just like diverting attention from other more important issues. So yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Well, because the earth is so huge and we're so small. So our horizon view, like the end of our horizon view, we can't see the curvature. So it's easy to convince people, it's reasonable that people would think that without having the advanced technological capacity to look at these things. But why would they tell you it's round if it's flat? Like, why would they try to? It's much more clear that they're intentionally making you look bad by having you believe something that's ridiculous, than that they're trying to keep you from knowing the truth about things being. It's just not true. It's just not true. You don't have a flat plane in a three-dimensional physical reality space. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, what is I don't know what so back to the token. What's the flat earth? That's why I have none of it, and I didn't make bags like the rest of you guys with it.
So with the flat Earth token, I believe Rubes has been getting in touch with them and trying to get them on Spaces. I think right now the Leo token, they just launched their day one etched runes. That is live right now. They're holding a Spaces and checking that out. So that's brand new. That just out of nowhere. I woke up this morning, went into the Leo chat, and that's what everybody's talking about, is that they're minting some runes.
So Leo is launching runes.
Yeah, Leo is now launching some runes. It seems like all of these communities have their runes etched and ready to go. So it's cool to see that there's some onboarding being done from the ordinals communities into the Stacks ecosystem, especially with the Pontus Bridge about to launch sometime in the next few weeks. So it's very exciting to see this, and then that's exactly where I think it goes. These Sipton communities are launching their runes, and they're going to try to get launched next to other big memes on Bitcoin, big rune names. So let's see what type of collaboration comes from that, and what type of onboarding experience we have. I'm really stoked to see more people entering the ecosystem, just specifically to trade runes fast with fast blocks, bridge the runes over and stuff like that. I'm very curious to see how that goes when the Pontus Bridge launches.
Well, so what really is exciting about this? And obviously, I love Leo. I love the Rue. I mean, Jack made it a thing, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's becoming more of a thing. Not that Rubes wouldn't have taken it there, because I mean, let's step back. Bitflow made it a thing. Jack knew about that coming, and also happened to have already made his runes because he's visionary and he's ahead of the curve. He knew that there would be a potential application for it, but Bitflow made it a thing by integrating runes into stacks, and that's going to create functionality for runes that doesn't exist. I can't remember what I'm saying. Runes.
The runes.
All the runes. RUNES. Any
Okay.
rune is possible now to get some extra functionality on stacks. So it's good for stacks. It's good for runes. It's good for Bitcoin, the Meta Protocol guys. It's really cool for everybody. Just more functionality in the space. But as we can start to work with runes, then we also have smart contracts on stacks. So there's all sorts of things you can start to do with them once they're here, once they're on stacks. So again, it's just going to be more liquidity, more eyeballs, more users into stacks because of this.
Yeah, I think that where it goes, because we have so many cool tools to use within the Stacks ecosystem. We could very well see that something with Zest be applied, like some type of new bounties for runes on Zero Authority. There's so many cool tools in the ecosystem, so it'd be really cool to see these big rune names get incorporated within the Stacks ecosystem, because it gives their runes use case. So I really, really dig the idea. What I love what Big Flow is working on. Of course, the Rubrus. We have to talk about the Rubrus that are farming right now, potentially getting some runes as rewards too for locking up in the farm on Beller. That's huge. I mean, I think that we've been farming all summer long, getting double rewards with Rue and Velar, maybe getting some runes in the mix too. That's just an extra little. That's like the cherry on top for me. I've been farming my Rue for a few months now, and I've got a good bag that I need to claim. So that's definitely.
So just so you know, because I don't know if everybody knows this, you can only claim 10 epochs per transaction, and it's for Rue, because you're getting Rue and Velar. You're getting double rewards if you're staking Rue. It's a one transaction for
Every
each column. So It can be like, you want to wait until you have 10. You want to do them 10 at a time so you're not wasting fees. And then B, make sure you're claiming both. People I think it's not always clear on exactly how to do that. But yeah, man, speaking of Velar too, when perp decks, I can't wait.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
going to be not financial advice, and that's actually not for everybody. If you have no trading experience, stay the hell off the perp decks, because you'll get wrecked fast. It's not, maybe we'll do some how-to videos to make sure some people don't get wrecked when that comes out.
I think that's a great idea. I think that
but if you know what you're doing and you have good instincts on the market, you can get the opposite of wrecked.
Yeah, especially whenever there's like sparse liquidity as well. People can see like kind of where other people's orders are on different platforms and stuff. I'm not sure how the Agatha perp decks will look whenever it's completely launched by Beller, but
is that what it's going to be called? I haven't heard it. It's called Agatha.
Yeah, it's going to be the Agatha perp decks. So Agatha perp decks launched by Beller. Yeah, stay tuned for that. It's already working on Bob right now, so they have plans to integrate stacks into that, right? And other L2s as well. So Beller is just changing the game as far as Bitcoin L2s and getting involved with everything. Bitcoin, they're doing a great job. I love what those guys are doing over there.
Nuts.
Super excited too. I mean, that perp dex is really going to change the game. We're going to see a whole different level of degeneracy come to trading on stacks, and I think that will be a blast for some people, and not so fun for others that don't know how to get involved. So I think that content of explaining exactly what it is with leverage and all of that stuff is needed. It's going to be another new tool in our ecosystem, just like STX City when they launched the bonding curve, and DeOrganized did some content for that as well. Shout out 300. Yeah, I think that it's necessary content. I think it'd be good. It's empowering users and getting them educated. So yeah, that'd be a good segment.
Yeah, hell yeah. Speaking of 300, by the way, bro is he's such an awesome dude. And I know that they're having some struggles over there. I guess they've had power and water issues for the last few days. So hope he's making out okay. He's actually crushing it over there. I know the bro he's purchased some land. He's building a house for himself. I'm super proud of the dude. Yeah, he's building a house, and he's gonna have he'll have electrical stability because he's gonna put up a solar system. He's got a little bit of land. He's building the house. He sent me pictures. So he sent me pictures of it about a month ago, and it was just bricks being built up, walls. And now like they've got power running and they got drywall up and it's getting finished work. He sent me yesterday. So I'm super happy for the dude. Such an awesome guy, man. Such a great
dude. No idea. Yeah, so the guy is a hustler, man. I mean, so
right.
He's IRO, and
he has a job he's going to. He's getting in here in between stuff at his job and then building a house, and just a straight murdering it.
Yeah, dude. I love my brother, man. 300 shout out, big shout out 300, man. He's a very helpful individual. He helps a lot of the communities and stacks, and puts out some banger anthems for every community to enjoy. So
tremendously talented.
Tremendously
talented, musically talented, but also just a good dude too.
Yeah,
awesome.
Very good dude.
Which kind of what you put out there attracts. That's why our group is growing, and the people that are kind of pulling in here with us are of the same mind. We're all out to help each other, to support each other, to give each other props and flowers when needed, and also a kick in the ass sometimes. Sometimes that means that too.
It's like just we have to stay on course, whenever things get derailed a little bit. It's okay to be like, hey man, I'm not too happy with this decision, maybe we can find a better way to do it and stuff like that. That's needed. We need that constructive criticism. We don't want any of our community being led astray or trying to maybe replicate something that was negative on another train and bring in here to stack. So yeah, absolutely, those checks and balances are needed for sure. I'm really glad to be part of this ecosystem and being able to talk with all these awesome developers. Speaking of DeOrganized, big day for DeOrganized today. What do we got going on today?
Yeah, man. So we got Landy is doing at 11 o'clock. He's going to do the first episode of a live technical analysis show, which we're really excited about. It gives him a different medium. He's obviously always putting that work in, providing tremendous value for our community in the X spaces. But I think in the live feed format, we can share his screen and we can see the technical, instead of just being a still shot. We can see him doing his thing and show people more where those numbers come from, how he came with that, why did I put that line there, why is that line there, and how did why am I doing it that way? And then we can also take questions from in the live chat so people could ask, and super excited about him coming on and doing that with us. And then normally, actually, it's going to be following the morning show will be Mike Jagdeo. You guys know him as Blockface or Soyuana or Tract Funding from the Syndicate. And he is doing an AI show focusing on the development of AI. Most people know now that he's done a tremendous amount of legwork for all of us figuring out the best ways to use some of these tools and what we can do with them. And so he's going to come on and show us some of that stuff, and then also bring on guests from different projects and spotlight AI, AI focused show. And that's going to be regularly on Tuesdays as well. We're actually going in reverse order today. So Landy at 11 a.m., Mike's AI show at noon. And that's partly because Rocky from the block is going to come on at Mike's show at noon. He's West Coast, so he couldn't really accommodate the earlier time slot comfortably. I don't blame him. 6:30 in the morning maybe is not the best time to come on an inaugural show, right? So we're making an accommodation there. And then so there's also Good Kitty show, which has been Saturday mornings for leading up to the When Walls Break. She's going to actually be launching on Thursdays, the Good Kitty show on DeOrganized proper. And so that's a new development that's coming out on Thursday that I haven't mentioned publicly yet. But,
wow, great. That's a big one. Okay.
And 300 is also going to be doing a show on Tuesdays. I don't think we're starting his show today. We're still not quite sure of the format yet. But he's going to be doing a show too. And then I heard that somebody might be doing a how-to art show, like a digital art show soon. Maybe that'll be a Thursday show or something too. Who knows? When he's got time in between all the other stuff he's working on. I'm not sure who that person. He might be in the room with us right now.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for that workshop. Empowering individuals and getting that whole setup. I couldn't be more proud to be doing that on DeOrganized. It's gonna be fun. What I want it to do is empower individuals that just I want to show people how they can create without having to pay for any fancy bells and whistles. I use a very basic image manipulation program, so anybody can do what I do, and empowering the people around me to contribute to the culture of Stacks is something that I'm really looking forward to. With the GPSC, I have this idea that I can get a powerhouse of artists together, get them trained, and then let them run with their own creativity, and then we can come up with some cool stuff, concepts, and different artwork for the GPSC. So, getting that workshop out there. I'm not saying that everybody that attends the workshop will be creating with the GPSC, but if they wanted to, they would have a shot. They would know how to. So, making crypto pop art and contributing to the culture has been my thing for the last year. I've really enjoyed this spot, and I want to help other people enjoy this as well. Get empowered, get out there, get your names out there.
Yeah, man, and you've been absolutely crushing it. Think about where we were when you were first launching the V2, right?
Yeah.
We did that collab with the Spaghetti Punks. That was the first it was like a giveaway, and we just didn't know anything about what we were doing marketing wise. You were just learning. Sam from Stacks Labs helped you with the contract for that, right?
Yeah. So Sam has been around, one of the pivotal people whenever I first got my start in this ecosystem. Kind of chauffeured me around, told me who to look to, and who to get connected with it, along with you, Jack, and have to shout out Mr. Wolf, because Mr. Wolf was there too. So all of you guys really helped me get integrated into Stacks, and all of my questions that I asked were answered. That's one thing that I'm really proud of about this community, is that everybody is just so willing to either direct you to somebody that can help you, or get involved and help you directly. So it's a beautiful ecosystem that we have. Seeing that DeOrganized is taking off and getting more viewers and more users is awesome, because you get to talk about all these awesome people that are helping others in this space and bring visibility to what they're working on.
I love it, man. I love it. And to be honest with you, I've always been good at talking with people. And as a realtor, I do a lot of active listening, right? Because I need to know what they're telling me so I can advise them properly in a real estate transaction. So, and of course, I'm kind of friendly, and I like to talk, and I don't always talk about I'm not just about business, right? I go into the personal side of things. So that just kind of gives me a unique skill set to have these conversations, And I do want to shout out, good morning. Mike Jagdale says, what up, Mike? I'll talk to you a little later. Hero says, good morning. Blank Page, which is actually Haddy's channel. I'm not sure all the details about it. Haddy saying, what's up? And LMNO giving us another good morning. He's saying, watching Magic eating way above floor price because they don't know how to trade runes. He's saying I should list my runes high. But yeah, man. So what really it clicked for me a little bit more this weekend when I was up at Harvard talking to everybody, because that's what I do. I want to talk to everybody, and that's why this works. I'm not here to promote DeOrganized. I'm here to provide a platform for everyone. And so with that in mind, it makes for decent content. I'm not here talking to you about me, except for sometimes you ask questions about it, and that's cool. But I'm here to talk to you and about our ecosystem and about all the people that are saying hi, and it just works. I can't really explain it much beyond that, except for that it just works. What we're doing here seems to be providing a good atmosphere for people to feel comfortable chatting with us. And also
that's a great. I think that's exactly. I think you explained it perfectly. The platform DeOrganized is the future of media. This is what media is going to be looking like, decentralized. And Elon said it. Elon said, "You are the media now," in several tweets. So this is what the future of the media industry is going to look like. Decentralized, and everybody gets a fair shot to go on there if they want to. And I think that you're doing great work with this. I love to see it growing, and I really, really think that it was needed in the ecosystem. And I think you're the guy for it. So props to you, man. Giving you your flowers now, because you deserve it. You put a lot of work into this. You were up at Harvard, getting to know new builders that are coming into the Stacks ecosystem, the next generations of builders on Bitcoin. So. This is matters.
Well, it wasn't even just the builders that I met up there too. I talked to some of the Stacks OGs, and I got, Adam Hahn is the community guy at the Stacks Foundation, and I got to talk to Kenny Rogers, who is like the OG of helping the developers understand Clarity and how to do what they're trying to do. And watching, and Eric Choi from Hero Systems was also up there, and watching the three of them just lineup of kids coming. I say kids, but they're young adults, really. They're actually in their early 20s to mid 20s. That's kids to me now, because I'm old. But these young adults, very, very talented and intelligent young adults coming up and completely green. And these three guys are just helping them understand it. Getting they got the laptops on the coffee table, and they're all kneeling down around the coffee table looking at the helping them go through stuff, and you got a line of kids, and it's all day long, and they're in it. It's not just lip service here. Our community from top to bottom are in it, and that's actually part of. But I also got to talk to those people too. I got to actually get to know them, because I'm not scared of nothing. Nothing intimidates me. So that's part of it too. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about missing an opportunity. I don't have something loaded that I want to say. So it's all about the conversation, and I'm not scared to talk to anybody. You
And
know,
that's why you're the guy for the job, man. I really think, like when I said that you found your niche in this ecosystem, I really truly believed it. And I think that, like, you know, you get involved in that, and we need somebody that is not scared to get involved. I just read this comment, damn, that Leo mint went fast. And then I pull up the runes and they are 100% minted.
100%.
100% minted. So they minted all of their runes, their root rune, or the Leo runes. Yeah, within like, what is that, an hour or so?
I don't know. We've been broadcasting for 47 minutes, and I saw something briefly about it just before we went live. I don't even know if it was an hour.
Yeah. So that was very quickly. Shout out to the Leo crew. Yeah, 100. Let's see how many total holders. So the holder count is at 236. Elimino.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad for distribution for, you know, it's a good start. It's a good start. You know, we'll see those runes start to get traded on Magic Eden, and eventually we'll see the Pontus Bridge open up to where people can, you know, bridge their runes over and trade them fast on the Stacks blockchain. You know, different arbitrage opportunities, and we'll see that distribution get a little bit better too. So yeah,
and yeah, Cryptiddy, man. The degens always they always get it. If it's a good project, it's gonna go fast. You cannot sleep, which makes it hard because sometimes you ape into stuff that maybe wasn't as popular as you thought it might be because you got so just be, you know, you got to be comfortable missing the opportunities in some of these cases. You know, if you didn't get it at the right time, don't chase it. Not that I'm saying don't buy the Leopold runes, but, you know, I'm probably not buying 90K Bitcoin either, which I do think is going to go way higher than that. But I'm expecting maybe we'll test back a little bit personally, not financial advice. And don't listen to me. I'm just a jack-off realtor. And I'm not a financial advisor. Just do not make your financial decisions based on anything I have to say, unless you're selling a house and I'm actually like your agent working for you, or you've asked me for some kind of consultation. I don't mind sharing that information, and I am qualified for that.
Our license for that.
Right. I'm licensed and quite capable of advising in that. If it's outside of my market, there are some things I may not know, but I can still speak generally to what you should and shouldn't do in most cases on real estate, not on trading cryptos.
So yeah, houses, not asset, like digital assets.
Not digital assets until they're RWAs, you know, tokenized real estate. Then I might be able to help you out with that too.
Now that would be cool to see something like that on Stacks, you know, that you got involved in, like tokenized real estate on Stacks. Hey, who's going to build it? You know, we've got all these new builders coming into the ecosystem. You know, the hackathon with Easy A is going down right now. So you might just well see it. You know, I saw during your podcast while you were over there in Harvard that so a lot of them were building with AI and building tooling for AI and stuff like that. And that's really interesting, you know, to see where Bitcoin and AI meet in Stacks, you know. So that's going to be a big thing, you know, taking Bitcoin and putting smart contracts on it. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. It really is. You know, everything, I do believe everything is going to come home to the mother chain this bull run, and
definitely
very well could make that connection through Stacks. So I'm very excited.
And Cryptiddy, I will absolutely help you guys buy the Rue Mansion. We just gotta put a jam room in for me and Jack when it's when it's time.
Oh, I'm gonna be in there too, man. I'm gonna bring my keys. And I'll be on there.
You're not that. I'm a little farther than you, but you're not that close too. But what are you about? Probably 4 or 5 hours away from around where Jack is. I think probably.
A little trek. Not much to come see you guys, man. I'd definitely come up there and shoot the breeze with you guys. It'd be a good time. Yeah. We were talking with Reese yesterday. We were talking about the
crypto yacht.
Yeah, the crypto yacht, man. 300's gonna have a studio. I'm gonna have a studio. Reese is gonna have his whole gallery. You know, it's going to be
We just got to put a whole warehouse on there.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be that big, you know, so it's one of those things. Stay tuned.
We'll just buy one of those like Carnival Cruise ocean liners and retrofit it for everybody.
There you go. See, that makes sense. You know, kind of gut it and just like make our own little sections of it. Yeah, I think that's a more feasible. We're gonna have to get a cruise liner, not a yacht, a cruise liner for the Rubers.
Right. We'll tow around a yacht for when we want to get away from everybody. Somebody can. I gotta take the yacht out for a couple days, get the fuck away from you guys. I'll be back.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if it's feeling like it's gonna happen, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. You know, the social metrics for you know, Google searches on Bitcoin are ramping up, and that's a indicator that a lot of people use. You know, the volume on Stacks is picking up. All of these bullish things are happening right now, and it's just within the last few days, it really picked up very fast. I feel like yesterday we were, you know, around like hovering around 74K for a week, and then now we're around 90K, and 100K doesn't feel so far away anymore. That's just 110% move whenever we're at 90K.
I can't believe we're like, it's tapered back down to 86 right now, which is still bananas. I was not expecting it to go that quickly up to this range. 78 was like so we got to test back to 78, I would imagine. That's got to be built in. Again, not financial advice, just my perception of where price might go. I just so people understand, I don't ever sell my Bitcoin ever. Like, I'll trade some other stuff to take some profits. I am never selling my Bitcoin. My goal is to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible, and I'm not independently wealthy. I'm still in an accumulation phase, but I'm never going to sell my Bitcoin ever. I don't trade it for sure. I do think that Bitcoin's probably going to retrace back to 78, and that's probably the next entry point for me to start, accumulate more. But I'm not selling now, and I would never risk the Bitcoin I've accumulated to try to pick up more that way. That's not what I'm doing ever.
Yeah, I think that like having a solid plan to DCA is the way. Whenever you have your key levels that you're looking at and you're buying on the lows, you're doing the right thing. We've got nation states talking about accumulating Bitcoin. I just read yesterday that there was $1 billion buys and all sorts of stuff. We have this Bitcoin strategic reserve bill that's being drafted up right now. So there's
which means DOD accumulating Bitcoin.
That's crazy. That's
crazy, and it's brilliant. It's amazing because it actually is. Bitcoin is anti-war money. You can't make more of it. You can't print Bitcoin to finance wars. And if you borrow against it, you borrow against it at the risk of losing it. So Bitcoin is anti-war money.
Yeah, I think that it is the catalyst for peace. It really, if you got involved with some of the people in crypto, you would know. It just getting a little exposure, and then getting involved in whichever ecosystem I would prefer the Stacks ecosystem because I see the vision. I see the builders, and they all share the same vision. So getting exposure to Stacks, and Stacks is still cheap right now, man. It's just above $2. And to think about the use case for it, putting your Bitcoin to work to earn yield, and all of these bullish tools being built out for Bitcoin. I don't think that the Stacks Foundation and the people that made it market it as much because it is solid technology. But once we see bigger companies getting involved, they're going to want to market for it. And that's when you'll see that Stacks is on an exponential rise.
Stacks is inevitable. Stacks is,
Yeah.
in my opinion, Stacks is inevitable. Anthony Fiore is asking if there's any word on the SIP vote. And if you go to the main stx.eco page, it still says that they're to be published soon. But if you click on the SIP, it actually does show the results. We did actually get the minimum threshold was met. I think it was 80 million, minimum 80 million stacks required for a vote to be considered valid. We had 136 million, I think. Literally, it was like every vote went to yes. There was 0 no votes. So I believe it has passed and will be adopted for SIP 28, the signer criteria SIP, which means that we are still on pace to get SBTC for the end of the year active live on mainnet. So let's go. Let's go, morning show.
Yeah, that's gonna be epic. I feel like it's gonna be a huge unlock. I also saw something about Binance possibly letting people, like, building out people being able to withdraw their Bitcoin using Stacks L2. I don't know if that turned.
My understanding was that was a not accurate. That was not real. But it probably is something in the works that's likely going to happen down the line. It just hasn't made it yet.
Yeah, that was something that, like, so I was seeing that and all the bull posts.
888 post. I don't know, LMNO. I wasn't familiar. Do you know what he's talking about with Munib's 888 post?
I'll have to go look it up. I don't know what that means. It's a little bit cryptic, huh? I guess that we'll have to go check that out and see what he's talking about. I think that Munib, he's a gigabrain. He's trying to, like, figure out the marketing game a little bit about it, but it's 888, make people ask questions. I have no idea. What does it mean?
I'm not sure what it means either, but I actually do want to also Hero shouting out SIP 29, and right up in that, you see it right there is the QR code. You guys can scan that QR code right now. It'll bring you to the Stacks Forum conversation about SIP 29. You guys can read all about it. It makes a lot of sense based on the conversations we've had, and Brittany from the foundation has come in and talked to us on the last couple of SIP calls on Fridays, giving us a lot of detail as to the reasoning behind it. Basically, it's just to preserve the conditions, or to make sure that the conditions for the launch of SBTC are as ideal as possible, which SBTC is a big deal for us right now. So go up there, and I had a different QR code. I put that up there just for you, Hero. But scan the QR code, go to the Stacks forum. I think it's forum.stacks.co. And go to the Stacks forum, check out, get involved in the conversation on there, and get to know what we're talking about so that we can get as many people involved in this vote. It is important that it passes, because we want to make sure that we're providing a little bit of extra care for the ecosystem so that SBTC launch is as successful as possible, because it is a big deal for Stacks. If SBTC is successful, Stacks will take off. And even if there's a little bit of hiccups going on at the beginning of it, it's not the end of the world. But the more we put it, the more we can make sure that that's a streamlined and easy and good process, the better for everyone in the ecosystem, because we all are going to benefit from SBTC being live. So,
is there a way?
Yes, vote for me, and you guys should definitely get more involved in that conversation. And if you have concerns about it, let us know.
Is there a big yes vote for me as well? So with the QR code, I'm seeing that the live button is just right over it. Is there a way to move the QR code?
In the stream, that won't be there.
Okay, cool.
So we see that.
Solid. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you know, people are able to use it because it's very important. Getting involved, learning about
It's not the most ideal way. Actually, I can drop it in the caption. I think I can drop it in the chat too. I can drop the link.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, just because people getting involved in reading and educating themselves about these SIP votes is important. Whenever you get to let your voice be heard within the blockchain, it's very important.
I'm sorry, it is forum.stacks.org, not .co. So that's a great place if you guys are looking for more conversation about what's going on Stacks. The Stacks is the foundation conversations, the aside from the GitHub, which is often not a great medium for some people to get into information for, the Stacks forum is a great place to engage in some of these conversations as well.
Yeah, it's you've got all the gigabrains in there that are actually like got their boots on the ground building with Stacks and Clarity, and you've got everybody that is working to further this technology in those forums. So you can go there. It has great insight on some of the questions being asked and kind of give you some intuition on what's being built, what's being talked about. So yeah, definitely get in there, get educated. I'm a big believer that education is power. So getting into those forums, learning about the votes, get involved, guys, for sure.
Yeah, man. Right on. So we're a little over an hour. I've had you on for a lot of your morning already. Any last words? We should wrap it up. It's a little past 9:30. What do you got going on today?
So today I will be working on a few different projects that I've been in discussion with for the last few months. Shout out to the Honey Badgers on STX. Shout out to the Dog Pool guys, Peggy Coin. Big shout out to the Moist guys in Crypto Landy. Excited to see his show come on DeOrganized a little bit later around 11. I'll be hanging around DeOrganized today. It seems like Tuesday is gonna be the day, man.
All right, right on. And yeah, shout out to everybody. Honey Badgers, Moist Sock, all the dudes, Bitcoin Pepe, the Rubrews, Welsh team, Welsh community, Leo, everybody. We support the whole ecosystem here. We got lots of friends, and we know that a lot of these communities are integrated with a bunch of the same, some of the same people, and it's all good people. So yeah, man, we're gonna have a great day. Another great day, a day of first for us with a couple of new shows. I'm super excited about it. And a great conversation with my buddy this morning to start the day off right. I love you, man. I love you. Hey, do it. Do your...
Yeah, man. Everybody keep loving the room. Keep the frequency high. Keep your head down building cool stuff. We're all going to make it. We're all doing great work. So keep loving the room, guys.
That's right. And keep chipping away. Sooner or later, you will break that rock, my friends. Head down, keep working, tune out the noise, and make it a great week. It's still just Tuesday morning. Lots of time left to get that production done so you can slide into the weekend nice and accomplished. I am PeaceLoveMusic. We are DeOrganized. Thank you, GPSC, for coming out and chatting with us every Tuesday morning. Such a Chad. Love you, bro. We'll see you guys soon. Tune in at 11 a.m. We got Landy coming on to give us some TA analysis. We got Mike Jagdeo coming on at noon to talk about AI with Rocky from the block. And at 2 p.m., not on DeOrganized, but we will see Reese with his launch and a bunch of other stuff going on today. We love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace out.